Hello, my fellow book butterflies. I hope you guys are excited to hear about my new current read, EdenBrooke. As the title suggests, this is a book that I'm recommending for any one of you that have seen the show or have read the books Bridgerton, or the Bridgerton series. Yeah, I read this and I completely fell in love. It's so sweet and cozy. It literally puts you back into the days of like the 19th century. And it's just such a cute book. I do want to say one little disclaimer. So I do recommend this for Bridgerton lovers. And for those of you who love the steamy parts of Bridgerton, yeah, you're not going to get that with this book. But wait, I know you might want to turn off the video. And I understand, because you know what? Sometimes you just want to read a steamy 19th century book. I get it. But hear me out. One of the main reasons I love this book so much was because it captured every suspenseful love moment that you see on the show. Like, specifically there are in the first season and second season of Bridgerton, there's definitely like slow mode in the like TV show parts of the anticipation of like the little love bits, and that's what you get from this book. Like, this book, I didn't know what to expect when I got it. I knew it was what it was about. So for those of you who don't know what this is about, it is about a girl named Marion Daventry who isn't currently in Bath. She has a twin sister, and she gets invited to go to the countryside. Now, she is a country girl at heart, and she doesn't exactly feel like she fits into like civil society and just society. And she, unlike her sister, is very different because her sister is very poised. Her sister gets the ropes of, like social class and how to like mingle and whatnot and how to act like a lady, while the main character, Marion, does not. She's all about going outside. She's more of a free spirit. And oh my goodness, guys, this is such a good read. It's obviously a love story though, just without, the steam. But to me, that's one of the reasons why I love it so much. It's so satisfying to read. For those of you that are longtime readers like me, I've been a reader since like elementary school, middle school, high school, like my whole life. And obviously you didn't just start reading steamy books. No, you took it slow. Maybe started with the book that had a kiss or a boyfriend holding hands or whatever. And I don't want to say that this is middle grade exactly. I would say it's probably, I guess it's YA, but definitely not middle grade YA. Not that it has anything inappropriate on it, but it has all of the snippets of love, the little innocent gestures of brushing hands or just spending time with someone for a while and slowly developing those feelings. This book is anything but rushed. It takes its time, and just like, I think that's something that we don't really have nowadays. In our society, everything's very rushed. And that is the beauty of EdenBrooke. You're taken back into the countryside, and it just takes its time. The love isn't something that just happens overnight where she feels like this crazy heat and attachment to this, to the hero, to the protagonist, to her love interest, that's the word I'm looking for. And she's on her way to the countryside, and she ends up meeting with some bandits along the way, and she has to hurry to save her coachman, and she rides a horse in her carriage, and she goes into the inn, and that's where she meets her love interest. But she doesn't know that he is the head of the house that she's going into, and that's kind of where the story begins to pick up. It's so amazing because it's written so well. Are the characters are relatable. They're just I don't even know how to explain it. It's just so good. I don't want to spoil too much by giving out too many of the good parts, but I really enjoyed reading it because it takes its time. It takes its time with the love. You slowly fall in love with the characters, and it's so relatable. If you just put yourself back into like a more innocent time of your life, you can really, delve into the story. It shows all of those little private moments that make your heart skip a beat when you're alone with your most favorite person in the world. And it just starts up as a friendship, the love interest that forms in the story. And of course, the plot of the story is, without Marianne knowing, her twin sister had dibs. So the love interest, his name is Philip, just if I didn't mention that before. And Cecily, which is her twin sister that has all the poison elegance, she called dibs on Philip without Marianne knowing who he was. There's this whole thing, and you find out when you read it. And that sums up the plot. Basically, she can't have him because her sister called dibs, and she loves her sister so much. They were super close when they were younger, and because recently, after the last couple of years, they haven't been together, and it makes it more difficult. And Marianne doesn't want to harness their relationship anymore. She wants to more as like get closer to her sister, and she's not trying to sabotage her sister. Whereas she had the mentality of going to the countryside to help Cecily get the man she wanted. And in hopes of that, she wanted to learn how to be a lady. The romance is slow and sweet between Marianne and Philip. And similar to Bridgerton, how there's family ties in EdenBrooke. I'm not going to spoil it, but the plot twist, oh my gosh, I didn't expect it. Don't you love that when you're reading a book and you're like, okay, I can see where this is headed. There is a twist, and you're like, oh, snap. Was not expecting that. And it was in such a good, delicious way that was so satisfying. It was different than the classic trope that you might think will happen. Again, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm making an effort. But yeah, if you want your heart to just squeeze with all the love of family and romantic love, read this book, because you're gonna get this. You're gonna get that feeling reading this. If you're in your Bridgerton streak, pick up this book. Pick up this book and you're not gonna regret it. It is, I can't gush more about it because it's just so freaking good. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have had enough interest or curiosity to pick up EdenBrooke. The author, I don't know if I mentioned, is Julianne Donaldson, and the writing is amazing. It's not boring. It actually picks up speed. You read the beginning and the story goes along fairly well. There wasn't any moment where I was bored, of like, okay, blah blah blah, let's go on with the story. No, this has an even pace to it, and it's just very sweet and cute, and just if you just want to have a nice little cozy summer book that you want to read, this is the one. It's so good. Once again, thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.